Hey, what is going on, crypto people? So 10 million, 10 million issued, 10 million issued USDTO, new stablecoin on Flare networks. This is what, 24 hours or less? Cray numbers. Crazy. Did you guys get in that liquidity pool, the USDTO and the USDC.E bridged? USDC, did you get in that? Yeah, I got into it. Interesting pool. What's the strategy behind this? I'm not sure yet. Thinking out loud because the rewards are in RL, rewards FLRs and Flare from their incentive event that they've been going on for I don't know how long now in terms of emissions. So we'll get into that a little bit. I think the next video I'm going to do is how to DeFi on Flare networks. Share that. I know it's been a minute since I've done a DeFi on Flare. We'll get into that as well. So really, really good stuff. Again, happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. What an exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. Listen, my friends, you and I, we're playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And we are winning, my friends. We are freaking winning. What's going on with the market? I don't know. Should we refresh CoinGecko to see what's going on with this market? Because I have no idea. Uh, did I do my video right, my live stream right? I hope I did. I hope I did. Hope we're live. I hope we're live. Let me refresh CoinGecko here because I didn't see. All right, it's refreshing. Yeah, it says it's public, it says it's live. So we're live. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in, guys. That would be super, super, super cool if you could do that. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. Let's get to 9,000 subs today. Let's make that happen together. So if you happen to be in that 55% or so people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the CryptoCeej, do me a favor. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I think it's big news, man. This 10 million, it's actually gone beyond 10 million. It's gone beyond 10 mil in 24 hours. That is so sweet. Let me get over here to this channel. Yeah, so I mean, 10 million issued, 140% climb, 140%, and there's more. Yeah, it's even more than 140% now. We know the number, so that's pretty cool. It is pretty cruel in the streets, pretty cray out there in the streets. So guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. That'd be awesome. Software put this out the other day. Let me share this real quick. 10 million issued, 140% climb, and there is more inbound. There's more coming. So that is just crazy numbers. So quickly, DeFi Llama had this to share. Let me share this here. Share the screen and share with the numbers from DeFi Llama. That's important to share. Let's go here. Let's go over to DeFiLlama.com. Check out the numbers for Flare. There's Flare, DeFiLlama.com. Stablecoin market cap's 13 million. 13 million, man. Yeah, 139%. I mean, it says 7 days because that's the only metric they got. Thing's only been around for some hours. 140%. 13 mil. Pretty cool. 24-hour fees on Flare is 4,000 if you add all the places that are generating some fees. Looks like SparkDex is. I don't know what else is, but anyway, 24-hour fees is pretty good. If you go head over to SparkDex real quick, let me go here. I think the TVL in that particular liquidity pool is over 6 million. Not bad. Yeah, I'm in there. I think I'm gonna get out of this one right here and take my little $15 and put it elsewhere. All right, so let's go here. It's long term. Remember, DeFi is about the long game, not short term. It's about the long game, family. All right, so I'm going over to farms on SparkDex.ai, my favorite platform in the Flare Networks ecosystem. Yeah, 6.39 million in TVL in this US dollar Tether, which is the omni-chain fungible token. APR is 125%. Current APR, 7-day is 7-day APR, right? Obviously, it's 125%. 1,200,000 RFLR on the daily. On the daily is pretty cool. 6.39 million. You go over to Kinetic. Kinetic, I think, has 8 million of this USDTO being lent out. So not a liquidity pool being lent out. It's a flywheel, by the way. But let's check out Kinetic here just so I can share that with you. Here's USDTO. Supply APY is 111%. Just supplying USDTO. It is in all right, let's go here. So, well, let's show it here. It's in the distribution. In other words, it's not the supply APY, it's in the distribution APY, which is it's an incentive reward. So you're getting that from incentives, which is distribution APY 1.11 and RFLR, which is just rewards flare. Right now, remember the rewards flare, you get 1/12 penalty free. I don't know if that's the word you want to use it. If you want to take out all of your, let's say you get $500 in rewards in RFLR, you can take, if you decide to take it all out at once, you're going to get hit 50%. You're only going to get 250. And or you can just take the 1/12 that you get, and there's no fee or penalty to withdraw, and you just keep the rest locked up, and you can go month by month in that lockup in terms of wanting to take it out, wanting to take it out. You can kind of, it's a good way to gauge what the market's doing, especially in the bull market. But again, if you want to take it all out, they're gonna, 50%. You don't want to lose 50%, right? So especially you still got, remember, you're getting the Flare token as a reward. Like it's yeah, Flare token bull market, yeah. But you can see here 8 million right now. They got 8.81 million people lending over there, not in a liquidity pool, just lending, right? Just lending. And you get RFLR that way as well. I would recommend, it's not financial advice, not any of that. Not financial advice. I would never begin to tell you what to do, but I would put some personally in lending some USDTO in here and in the liquidity pool. I would do both, but that's me. I would do both. So that's, again, this is RFLR. Tether is supplying 20%. You get a 20% for just USDT, and you get in the distribution. Makes up 38%. Interesting. That's pretty good as well, right? Because 20% is 20%. You get it, right? It's not 1/12 of something. Plus, you get the distribution APY as well. And I'm thinking USDC is the same thing. It's interesting to me. See, 2 million lending USDC. I mean, think about that. I mean, it's technically 3% a month. Technically, for a stablecoin. For a stablecoin, yeah. Yeah. And you're going to get FLR. You're getting, it's, I don't know how best to say it. It's more than 1% a month. That's a good way of saying it. It's nearly 2% a month. Plus, you can get 18% in the RFLR as well. An asset in a bull run. That feels really, really good to me. Feels really good. That feels really, really good. Let me check SparkDex out real quick. Let me see something. Let's go back. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, yeah. Just wanted to check something real quick. Let's go back here. Let's go to pools. I am going to withdraw. Do that real quick. Yeah, you got to have a little strategy for both providing liquidity and yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh, I keep forgetting that part with this particular wallet. Hopefully that'll come up. It might not. I may have to do this. Do this. Refresh it real quick. Yeah. Yep. I have to do that again. Yeah, so this is some great numbers. What's going on, Keston Sinclair? How are you, my friend? Good afternoon. No, Aaron Medina's in the building. Nah, there's no rapping, bro. It's no rapping. No rapping. It's not rapping. It's native. It's a native USD tether on Flare, bro. Native. Yeah, it's native, man. It's native. Appreciate you guys checking in, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. You know how we do. I always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. I have to connect here back to SparkDex and try that again. Yeah, man, it's native, Aaron Medina. Where you been, bro? Where you been, bro? I feel like you haven't checked in the stream in a while. Let's see here. SparkDex is the engaging activity, users' participation in the Flare ecosystem has been on the uptick for sure. It's been on the uptick for sure. All right, let me do this. Let's do. Wait a minute. Yeah. In range, 100%. Less than a penny or a penny for the transaction. All right, go. DT and yeah. Let's do that. All right. Yeah, bro. It's native. Yeah, it's by way of LayerZero. LayerZero got the omni-chain token. What do they call an omni-chain fungible token? That's what USDT zero is. Back 1-to-1 by Tether. Dennis Lowe. What's going on, Dennis? How are you, bro? Yo, CJ's doing a great job, son. Thank you, my guy. Appreciate you checking in. Appreciate you checking in, my friend. Yeah, so that's big time news right there. So yeah, that's Aaron Medina. That's native Tether. Native on the chain is called the omni-chain fungible token. Which is really, really good. You didn't hear about that, huh? If you'd like me to share the news with you, let me know. I can share LayerZero's take on it, and I can share Flare Network's take on it with your brother. But I'm loving this DeFi llama numbers. That's big numbers. That is big time numbers right there. It really is. All right, let's go to CoinGecko. withdrew that little liquidity there. It feels like the lending, just me thinking out loud, not telling guys what to do. Feel like the lending um, strategy, maybe it's 51.49 to providing liquidity in terms of advantage. It's kind of how I'm looking at it. All right, we've refreshed CoinGecko. Let's go over these numbers real quick. We all know that the market is doing what the market does, but let's go over these numbers. According to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is 3.09 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is about 62%, and Bitcoin is trading at $95,400 again. On the 30-day, Bitcoin is up 15%. Ethereum is trading at $1,825 again. XRP is trading at $2.30 again. And on a 30-day, XRP is up 6%. Solana is trading at $150 again. And on the 30-day, Solana is up nearly 19%. Dogecoin is trading at 18%. 18%. Dogecoin is trading at 18 cents. And on the 30-day, Dogecoin is up 5%. The beloved Sui is trading at $3.58. I wonder if I should take just a little profit on that. That's a big X there. And on a 7 day, Sui is up 46.5%. On a 30-day, it's up 50%. So there it is, family. That is the market. And the market is doing what the market does. Oh, just before, so I don't forget, let me share it. The old money merch is up and available. The new old money doesn't want you to win merch is up and it is available. I'm going to have to get a new site for this other than Teespring, going by way of Teespring. Maybe I use Shopify. I got to get my own website. Most of my website is around marketing. So, business marketing. So, but anyway, there it is. This is old money merch. You can get it with the CryptoCeej on it or no, depending on your druthers. I like this particular material here, which is this premium ring spun cotton. I like that one the best. Let me share this one here without the CryptoCeej on it. You can see it comes in black. Comes in this super, that is smoke right there. Straight up fire, just red. I'm telling you, I love that. There's the heavy metal color. Love that as well. Like the heavy metal color. And this is for my camo friends. I like this green. You can get some nice camo gear around that right there. You can rock the hat. Your camo hat. That is just a nice look, isn't it? That's a nice look right there, Air Medina. And then you got the dark chocolate as well. So really like it. Really like that. Like that camo, man. That camo is smoking. This heavy metal right here, calling this color heavy metals. Hmm. Yes, indeed. This is when you got to have a certain swag. You got to have a certain swag right here to rock that red there. You got to have a certain swag. It's black, but this Teespring thing, yeah. So we're gonna have to get our own site for that. We're using this for now. Using it for now. Let me go back here. I'll put the link to this in the chat. For you guys, those you want to let the world know that you are no longer beholden to the old financial system. That you're part of the new financial system. And then you can let them know what it is, right? You can give back. You can give back, not by just rocking the gear. You can give back by letting them know, hey, did you know there's a new financial system being built right underneath your nose? Did you hear about it? Yeah, it's called the digital asset space. Yes, guys, do me a favor, hit the like button on the way in. If you didn't get a chance to do so, no worries. Just collapse the chat real quick. Go smash the like, and then come back and hang out with the CryptoCeej and family. We appreciate you guys being here. So that's the word on the street here. Stablecoin market cap for USDTO, 13.43 million, 140% up in about 30 something hours. If that, that's really So freaking really, really sweet. So Aaron Medina, let's see here. April 20th, USDTO is live on Flare. Fast, secure, deep liquidity, gasless transfers. Hello, DApp builders. They're going to come in droves now. USDTO, US dollar Tether O, which is omni-chain, unlocks 140 billion plus liquidity for XRP 5. So you know what's coming. Yeah, can't wait to see that. Backed 1-to-1 by Tether, by Tether's USDT, and powered by LayerZero Labs OFT standard. I'm trying to find the LayerZero one here as well. LayerZero was posting about this and posting about this. LayerZero was really amped. Your USDT now on Flare networks. We're excited to see the world's largest stablecoin expand the Flare through LayerZero. USDTO now connects 140 billion of Tether across chains, enabling one-to-one transfers and seamless usage in DeFi. That's LayerZero was really, really amped about it. They put out like 2 or 3 things on there. Your USDT is now live on Flare, powered by LayerZero. So really, really good deal. And I think the biggest thing is, again, native to the chain. Hugo said you can on and off ramp into USDTO on Flare, which is really cool. Let me see if I can find that one. The biggest difference for you, Omnichain, as opposed to Stargate Tether, is that partner exchanges treated similar to USDTE. I mean, USD dollar Tether. Example, you can onboard and offboard directly to and from Flare from an exchange with USDTO. Yes, you read that right. So I love the idea that it's native on the chain. So for me, that's going to be a big deal. If I'm on Flare, I want to swap out of FLR to USDTO, I can do it. It's not a wrap version. It's right. That's that Tether is back 1-to-1 by the Tether on Ethereum. So absolutely love that. That is a really, really big deal. How to do DeFi. Aaron Medina says, do you have a tip jar like Well 589? What? No, I don't have a tip jar, bro. No. Does the tip jar eliminate YouTube from the process? Because if the tip jar eliminates YouTube from the process, I'm going to get on one while we're on the live stream. Do you know? Let me do this real quick. Hold on. Let me reach out to my guy, Whale, real quick. I was just chatting with him yesterday. I'm going to ask him. They just did an awesome interview with the guy from Turnkey. They just did an awesome interview with the guy from Turnkey. That Turnkey, that infrastructure play there is sweet. Turnkey is pretty sweet. Aaron Medina says yes, really. So I got to figure out how do you get that tip jar. All right, let me see something. I hope I don't have to have a certain streaming service to get it. I did a little TIA on that one. I said, thanks in advance, bro. How do you get that tip jar? TIA. That's what the young kids do. That TIA stuff. Rudy Pooh's in the building. What's going on, brother? TradFi versus DeFi versus Fee-Fi, Fo-Fi. Oh, who made it live? One gone bop. What's going on? Where are you checking in from? One gone bop. Where are you checking in from, my guy? Dennis Lowe checked in. It's been a minute. One gone bop is here. Yeah, so this is a big deal. Liquidity, massive. I'm telling you, project's gonna love it. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna share like a little 30-second clip from Whale 589 and Steve interviewing the guy from Turnkey, and he said exactly what I said about Flare Networks. He said exactly what I said about Flare Networks and what they're building out. I'm gonna let you guys take a listen to that as well. Let's see if my whale what do you call him? He calls himself senior, not senior. Uh, whale now. Uh, let me do it. Let me go. Let me pull up that interview. Pull up the right. I think it was senior whale who asked him about Flare as well. Let me do it. Excuse me. Let me get to that part. This guy here's Bryce from Turnkey. All right, let's get here. Let's get to. Let's get to. Oh, all right. So I'm trying to fill it when Whale asked him that question. It's like 11:20. All right, right there. Let's go here. Let's share the screen. Let's share our screen real quick. Ouch. Ah, mm. Uh, let's share. Turnkey is next level project. Next level. Turnkey is built by the guys who built Coinbase's custody. Yeah, they're from Coinbase custody. All right, so let's listen to Whale ask this question here. Aaron Medina, you'd be interested in this.
So the next question is, why did you choose Flare to work with?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that you guys have been really pushing the limits of some of the ease of use with crypto. And it was a pretty perfect marriage of Turnkey's focus and Flare's focus.
Oh, if like, what's the way if a developer is doing an app or a wallet or whatever, like how can they get in touch with you and what's that process like?
It's really straightforward. So we're an open phone.
So he said that their mission focus was the same. Remember, Turnkey is about security. It's securing, making wallet providers, providing a service that makes it non-custodial and massively secure. Remember, him and his partner were the Coinbase custody people who built out Coinbase custody. And why I mention this is because the reason why the Flare's missions align with Turnkey's is because it's Flare's mission is true decentralization, right? They're building this Turnkey provides infrastructure on a non-custodial basis, right? But Flare is building out true decentralization, true security, and true scalability. They're both using the TEEs, by the way. Both Turnkey and Flare Networks are using the trusted execution environments as well to build out their thing. So yeah, check out Flare 4 here on YouTube, man. They're doing a really good job. It's I don't know if I think Ace is part of the team as well, but Whale 589, Steven, and I believe Ace as well. Flare 4 right here. They only got 646 subscribers. So yeah, if you guys have not subscribed to this channel, please just take a second right now and just go subscribe right there. Flare Forwards, one word, and you can check out. You'll know by that emblem right there. That emblem is straight fire. Straight. I need them to design something for me. That is straight fire. That Flare Forward. Absolutely love that thing. Let me see. Let me do this. Nope. No answer yet. But so I'm working on that, Aaron Medina. I appreciate you asking. Working on that. FlareForward.FLR custom address saved on my Bifrost. What is that, bro? What is that FlareForward.FLR? Is that a tip jar? What is that, Aaron Medina? Because if anything, I'll do anything to get rid of that intermediary. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. So, but what is FlareForward.FLR? Is that is that part of the tip jar thing or no? Because I'm like I said, I'll do anything to get rid of those intermediaries. I've had people reach out to me like, you know, right now, certainly one of the best ways to support the channel is to grab that old money merchandise gear because I believe it sparks conversations. That's his tip jar. Okay. Yeah, I got to figure out how to get that tip jar. I don't know how you get it. He's not responding right now. Is is this tip jar something that comes from Flare Networks? Because we could look that up right now. Let me see something. Is that a Flare Networks deal? I don't know. .FLR? How did he get that? Must be. Tip jar strategy. Tip jar strategy. Or up to with the tip jar fund. How to build a tip jar DeFi app. And this guy, you'll learn how to build a tip jar app that creators can use to receive tips from their supporters. That's from Alchemy. So I'll have to look that up. I hope it's not hard. Gather the tools you'll need to build. Oh, that feels like a lot of work. That feels like a lot of work. Yeah, that's a lot of work right there. I don't know how to do that. Don't know how to do that. So, yeah, I'm going to look for that video. I'm going to be doing a video on how to do DeFi on Flare Networks. What's going on, Pookie Pookie? How are you, my friend? I mean, yes. So, word on the street is Flare's USDTO, US dollar tether omni-chain token is just killing the game right now with 13 million in market cap. I'm talking, this feels like, 24 hours or so, maybe 30 hours. I don't even think it's 36 hours. And it is definitely killing the game there. But yeah, if it was a simpler way to create that tip jar, I would definitely do it because again, that would be the most awesome way to do it. Really, really excited. Again, oh, let me share a Kinetics. I did share. Kinetic got 112% distribution APY for lending US dollar Tether O. On Spark Deck pool, same thing. In liquidity pool, same thing, same rewards. Right? One you're lending, one you're providing liquidity with your USDTO and splitting it up 50% or whatever with USDCE. But I did notice that it's 8 million on Kinetic, 8 million in TVL for just, and they're just lending. So they're creating a market for sure. Just remember that this distribution APY is in RFLR, right? Rewards Flare. So you can do strategies around that in my view. Let's see something here. 1200 divided by What you doing? Yeah. So, right? Ah, there's some more strategy you can do with your rewards every month. When you get your rewards, what are you doing with those emissions? What are you doing with them? Some different strategies you can do. I really like right now the idea of taking some RFLR and I don't know, maybe 50-50, maybe 50 in your FLR bag, 50 in lending. Maybe the 50-50 is compounding into the liquidity pool, kind of, one of those deals. So 50% when moon bag, 50% compounding in liquidity pool, 50% when moon bag, 50% in kinetic lending, right? Taking, what are you kind of doing with those rewards? Both, in my view, are and S's compounding, right? Both on kinetic and on spark decks. So obviously, when you're putting it in the moon bag, it's in the moon bag, and it's in the moon bag, and in the moon bag, what are you doing? You're waiting for when moon, okay, right? So you can wrap it, delegate it, that type of deal there. It's not being put to use like you could in kinetic if you take half of that, put it into a stable, take advantage of that there. Because right now, that is a good APY. Let's take a look at Kinetic here again. Tell me what you think. What's going on, Pookie Pookie? Go over to Kinetic here. Tell me, what do you think? App.kinetic.market. Staking Jewel is 26%. It's not bad. I got Jewel hanging out in the wallet. Just did it the other day. So we got right here total APYs. It's just I mean, here it is, 111.5%. It's an RFLR, okay? When you look at Tether, though, right? Not US dollar Tether OmniChain, just regular Tether. It's okay, now it's 15%. It was just 20. So it says here 15% supply APY plus 18% in the RFLR rewards. Is that bar APY really 19%? So what do you think about that one? Remember, RFLR, it's 1/12. You can take out, penalty free, and then the others get locked up. You can take it all out if you want, but there's 50% penalty for doing that. So what do you think is the best use? What do you think is the best use there? Supply plus distribution or straight distribution of 111%? Which one do you think? I'm just noticing here that this, I'm not just noticing, but I'm just saying 8.78 million here in the US dollar Tether Omni chain. Yeah. Supply your ETH and make 26% in rewards. Distribution APY, 26.18%. Put the ETH there, just hanging out. You still get to capture the upside because you're just lending, right? You're not borrowing. Borrow is 8%. Yeah. That's not, that's not the strategy for right now, right? You want to be lending assets, borrowing stables right now, in my humble opinion. So these are good numbers. And it's just really, in my view, getting the word out more and more about lending and borrowing on Kinetic, or as a strategy as a whole, lending and borrowing as a strategy. People, yeah, there's a big strategy there. A lot of people like to lend at SFLR because you're still getting a staking. You're just lending it. Obviously, you can see here. I mean, this. If you go to Scepter, I'm sure it's about 40-some% just for taking FLR or wrapped and staking it. So again, what's this? 15%. It was just 20%. This is 18%. That's 1% a month. Every month, no penalty. You get to take out that 1%, or you can realize or capture that 1% every month. Every month, not every year, every month. I think people kind of sleep on that value of lending your stablecoins. It's pretty significant. All right, let me get back. Let me welcome some more people to the stream. Some more people checked in. I've been to hit this chat. Appreciate you guys being here. I just wanted to celebrate those numbers. I mean, my gosh, that's pretty great. That's pretty awesome numbers in the first few hours of the being live. US dollar, Tether, omni-chain. Thanks to LayerZero and the partnership. So the partnership, Aaron Medina, is with Flare and LayerZero that allowed for this to happen. But I think, I kind of feel like DApp's going to come big time because the Tether's on there is a big time leverage. So you got to kind of think for yourself out loud, what's the better strategy to do? Some people like myself are taking the RFLR rewards, just rapid and delegating, and entering into a liquidity pool that I like, which is, for me, I like the SFLR, State Flare, and the Wrap Flare. That's the one I like. But it's awesome to have these strategies that you can do things with your stuff, Now, I don't take 100% of my WFLR and put it in liquidity pools, right? You have to manage that, right? It's portfolio management, right? But like my dude, Guy Spear says, I can't say like my Guy Spear, maybe I could, says, right? When you're allocating out your portfolio, not taking a measured risk or a percentage risk is the riskiest thing you can do. The riskiest thing you can do is not taking a percentage or measured risk. Yeah, right? That's why I love the 90%, 10% strategy, because it's a measured risk. 90% in the OGs, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, or a combination thereof. 10% and SUI, and for me, SUI and FLR and Songbird and Jasmine and Ondu Finance, things like that. What's going on, Risk Cisneros? How are you, my friend? This is just the beginning. Can't wait until Flare Labs lets all the buses out. Yes, sir. That's right. This is just bus number one. It's just bus number one. It's going to be interesting to see the cash flow. Generated from Flare Networks DeFi. I'm really excited about that cash flow, man. And just see what that looks like. What's that cash flow looking like? You know what I mean? I just can't wait. Can't wait to see what that cash flow is going to be looking like. Got these stables on here. I mean, what? We're going to be laddering out in the CryptoCeej home. We're going to be laddering out of assets in the stables. Which stable do you think we're going to be laddering out into? Right? Laddering out, then you got to have that strategy, within the first 4 weeks of the bull run in, you got to have a strategy to take advantage of the bear market. You got to have that strategy set up. What's going on, brother Crypto? How are you, my dude? CJ, what it do? Life is good, bro. Life is good, brother Crypto. Aaron Medina says you're almost at 50 FLRs. Nice. I staked for like a hot 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Then I went back to delegating. So this is really, really good. Again, what's that cash flow going to look like? Yeah, my guy Whale and Steven, they're on that cyclo, man. They are on that cyclo. Like I try to understand that cyclo. I don't quite understand it. I'm almost there in understanding it, but I don't quite understand it. During that, I know the premise is, lending or borrowing, without the liquidation risk. I want to understand the strategy. Like, but pretty soon, I'm probably gonna have one or two of those guys on, and we're gonna talk cyclo. Pookie's in the building. Pookie says you just joined the Patreon. Oh, welcome, bro. I'm ready to make money. Awesome. We need more DeFi. I mean, the platform is really around. Patreon is really around DeFi, right? When I get enough people there, probably do some more course-like stuff. But there's just certain strategies, lending and borrowing strategies. There's liquidity pool, DeFi strategies, stuff like that, that I share, but that I just think is important for the average Joe and Jane type deal to do for sure, right? Love it. I have my guys that I learn from. I share what I'm learning. I share that in the Patreon. That's what I pretty much do. Right. For example, the 7 criteria for entering into a liquidity pool. It's important to understand it. Like, and once we get our head around it and take the long-term approach to it, it's pretty cool. Joe Buddy's in the building. What's going on, Joe? What major stablecoin is paying the most yield? That's the one I will probably pick. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I don't know which one it is. Which platform might be doing something like that. But I got to tell you, I mean, 20%, 15 to 20% on your stables on Kinetic, that feels really, really awesome. Right there on Kinetic, Joe, buddy. That feels, USDC, USDT is 15 to 18% right now. It was 20% earlier this morning. That feels really, really good. And that's supply APY. 1% a month? That's really, really good. APYs go up and they go down, they go up, they go down, that type of deal. So you understand that as well. Well, if you got a flywheel, right? If you have a nice flywheel, that's the key. The key is a blockchain that has a flywheel in which they're all participating together to have it harmonized. That's the key. If you check SparkDex and you check Kinetic and you check the numbers, you could see it's a flywheel. Remember, the biggest lesson that we should all learn, in my opinion, is stop chasing APYs. It's going to get you wrecked. Number 2, understand what it is that you are doing in DeFi. Right? DeFi is a business. You're providing a service. I don't trust, Joe Buddy says, Uphold is $2 million in insurance. I don't trust Uphold as far as I can throw them. It's an intermediary. No, thank you. Not interested in any intermediaries. Not interested, my friend. Not interested at all. I saw someone the other day talking about Coinbase. I'm like, dude, I'd rather go. They were talking about Bitcoin APY, Bitcoin yield. Bitcoin yield. So are you suggesting to me that Uphold at any time cannot give you access to your stuff? Does anyone in crypto think that Uphold cannot give you access to your stuff? Like, oh, maintenance. Oh, HR is gone for the day. Oh, overload, oh, whatever, right? Uphold can do that at any time. At any time. So can Coinbase. At any time. So what does it matter if it has insurance? That's how I look at it. What does it matter? The banks tell you that they have insurance. How good has the banks been treating you? Right? It's a hoodwink. It's a bamboozle. It's a sleight of hand, this insurance stuff. It's a sleight of hand. People talking about, well, I got FDIC insurance. No, you don't. You don't have FDIC insurance. You don't. It's bankrupt. It's in a hole. It's in the minus. You don't have FDIC insurance. People keep talking about FDIC. You don't have FDIC insurance. All they do, when everyone goes to Bank A to get their money out, and Bank A closes because they don't have the money, they send you to Bank B, hoping that all of you don't run to Bank B and do the same exact thing you tried to do at Bank A. Or Bank A has a little bit more of a coffer to meet the needs, but it's not insurance. What's going on, Kyle T. Moore? CJ, it's been a minute, bro. Hope you and everyone have been well. Yeah, man. Appreciate you being here. You know what I mean? I'd rather the less intermediaries we have, the better. There's just this hoodwink and bamboozle around. And I went through it. So I can personally attest to it. Like most people cannot give a personal testimonial to CFI and DeFi. Uphold is CFI. Coinbase is CFI. CFI and DeFi. Not everyone can give a personal testimonial. When it was going cray-cray in the streets, right? It was going crazy. The market, I don't know what happened, but the market was whatever. Coinbase is down. Celsius is going through it. People trying to withdraw. All this stuff was happening at one time, right? Remember that? I don't know if it was the Terra Luna time. I can't remember, but I think it was right around the Terra Luna thing, right? Because Celsius, unbeknownst to its depositors on Celsius, it took some stuff and done some stuff with Luna. We didn't know that. But in any case, so I mean, everybody's scrambling. People sending out warning signals on X about Celsius is caught up in the Luna deal, right? I have assets in a DeFi platform, and I have assets in the CFI platform. The CFI platform, guess what they got? They got customer service, they got HR, they got a loan department, they got 24-hour customer service, they got a website, they got an app, they got emailing you, all that stuff. And this DeFi, guess what DeFi got? Access in and access out by way of smart contract. That's it. Access in and access out by way of smart contract. That's all I got. I was in the same asset, same situation. Everything was tanking. Everybody had to meet these loan requirements. Right? So I'm like, I'm good, man. I got all this money on Celsius. All I got to do is just, withdraw it and transfer it over or transfer it over to meet it. So in other words, I got excess money on the app to meet loan requirements. Well, Celsius said, there's some issues right now with the app. You can't move that money. I'm like, wait a minute, that's my money. Why can't I move it? There's some stuff going on. Who controls the stuff that's going on? The smart contract said, oh, you want to access your money? Okay, there it is. Oh, you want to meet some loan obligation? Okay, you can do it. Meanwhile, over at Celsius, I'm getting emails and phone calls. That insurance, that, I got some central thing to hook me up. Nope. Because in the background, they had made a couple, one or two $100 to $150 million bets and took an L. Took an L. Next thing you know, they're scrambling. Oh, we made it. We took an L here. So we got to get a little more risky over here to try to make up for the L. Next thing you know, before you know it, it's 1.2 or 1.3 billion in the hole. So, but over here, where I had did the exact same thing with Celsius, I got stables to meet some kind of obligation that I might need, accessed it, resupplied. Everything's good over here in the DeFi thing, in the smart contract DeFi thing. Everything's good. No email. No, we understand your concern. We're working on it. And oh, by the way, if I wasn't prepared in the DeFi thing, if I wasn't prepared, I would have been liquidated if I wasn't prepared. But I have been prepared. I didn't have to go sell a bunch of stuff. Even I still would have had enough time. Even if I would have had broke some stuff off of Coldware wallets and cold storage wallet and sold it to meet the obligation, I had access into DeFi and access out of DeFi. No app issues. No 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning emails. No liquidation after you said you wasn't going to liquidate. None of that. Rick Cisneros says, yeah, yes, Uphold can make you believe it is holding your money, but when you ask for it back, they say the government put a restriction on it. They are not in control. It is an illusion of ownership. I agree 100%. Miguel, what's going on, Miguel Silva? Right? Let me see here. What do I do? You know what I mean? That's a real life story. It's a real life story. Lesson learned. Yeah. Is it awesome to be able to see a CEO's face and showing up every week? Yep. Is it awesome to have customer service? Yep. But my mentor used to say to me, you know what? Everything's good until it ain't. Everything is great until it ain't. This is why I love Flare Networks. Flare Networks is building out an ecosystem with the end user in mind, with less intermediaries, focusing on true decentralization, true security, and true scalability, and we can have it. Remember, this new financial system was supposed to be a better version of the old. Yet we keep seemingly wanting to go back into the old thing. Right? Keep seemingly wanting to go back into it. It's the hoodwink. It's the bamboozle. Right? You understand? And with advancing technology and verifiable AI, you can do all this stuff yourself. You don't need an intermediary. Especially if you got true security. I don't know, Joe, how many full-time employees does Flare have in London? I don't know. I I do know that it's 99.9% developers, but I don't know how many. Someone said I heard 50 before. Celsius had 50 just in their loan department. Just in loans. Now I'm exaggerating, but they did. They have a ton. They had a ton of people just in loans. Rick Cisneros says, Celsius, we are working to get your money back, but in reality, they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection for themselves. And the only bondholder get their money, leaving the investor holding the bags who lost their life savings. Yep, it's 100% correct. They made the error, whatever the error is, and then they compounded the error, and then they compounded the errors, and they compounded the errors. This is a lesson learned, though, but it's a big one. Keyless is in the building. The Lady of Crypto's here. How are you, Keyless? Some cities are on blackout in Europe. Heard about that? Anyone heard about that? Spain is one of them. Yeah, Spain. I think Portugal as well. It's interesting. Blackout like that. We actually, Miss CryptoCeej has some friends in Spain. So that's kind of how I feel about that. I think we have to just learn our lesson. I think, and it's so easy to go back to convenience, comfortable. It's so easy to go back into that. Isn't it? It's kind of easy to go back into convenience. You know what I mean? It's kind of easy to, that's the sell point, convenience right now. people don't want to have a wallet, and then you need this intermediary to hold it for you and have the wallet. They don't want to be dealing with seed phrases and all that. You don't have to deal with seed phrases and all that. Right now, Web 2 is hooking up wallets for you. Same way you sign into Google, you get your wallet. Turnkey is doing that right now. Major blockchains like Flare and Phantom using turnkeys for a service. Yeah. Same way you sign in your same way you sign into your Google email. Yeah. Now you got a wallet. It's cryptographically secured. You don't have to write down one letter of a seed phrase. You sign into your Google email, don't you? If you can sign into your Google email, you can own a crypto wallet. And you can secure it. It's secured. Sui's doing the same thing. Sui Network's doing the same thing. You can manage your own stuff. Don't believe that you can't manage your own stuff. You can manage your own stuff. I know a guy managing hundreds of millions of dollars in Bitcoin himself. Another one doing hundreds of millions of dollars in DeFi himself, him or herself. You can do it. Don't fall for the bamboozle. You can't do it. You can do it. If you got a Google account, you can do it. If you can manage your emails, you can do it. And they do the security for you. Yeah. That's why I'm here. It's just to let people know you can do it yourself. And we show how to do it. We show how to do DeFi. And I tell people you can start at $50 and learn. And then $50 will be $500, and 500 will be 5,000. So you gotta learn some fundamentals, for sure. Right? But you can do it yourself. Of course you can. You got a regular wallet right now? A lot of you guys got a regular wallet right now. You got 5, 7, 10 credit cards, bank cards, driver's license. You got that. You got that right now. That's a wallet, right? You got it. You got your wallet, right? Same stuff. Really is. You can do it. We can do it for sure. You know what I mean? We can do it for sure. Again, you gotta weigh for yourself the risk. I've learned the risk of having a trusted intermediary. I learned the risk, and it doesn't have to be a Celsius example where I don't know, the CEO and a couple of people made some bad moves. It could be like AT&T, like an AT&T employee, right? Uphold could have an employee. I'm not saying they do, but they could have an employee who would be like, you're going to give me $5,000. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. The Uphold employee, probably not in crypto. What do you think? How do you think SIM swaps happen at AT&T? The SIM swap is how to get access to your stuff. The employee at AT&T takes that $4,000 or $5,000 and gives access to someone for it. Because AT&T is apparently not paying them enough. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. It's no different. Absolutely no different. Hydro's in the building. What? DAI sure is advertising his Caleb and Brown custody. Oh boy. I heard of Caleb and Brown, so he's promoting that as well. I haven't listened to DAI and Brad Kimes in a long time, and it was the best move I've ever done. So they're doing the Caleb and Brown thing. God bless them. God bless them. God bless them. All right, fam. There it is. Just wanted to come out here and hang out with you guys a little bit. Flare Networks is making some big news. I'm excited for you because this is another DeFi opportunity. Remember, Flare Networks is a layer 1 EVM. It's a layer 1 EVM blockchain, super hyper focused on interoperability and true decentralization, security, and scalability. No more nano, no more nano ledgers for him. So I guess did he turn his stuff over to Caleb? Okay, he might have, and now he's promoting it. So he put his crypto with them, and now he's promoting it. All right, interesting. God bless him and good luck with that. God bless him and good luck with that. All right, fam, there it is. Thank you so much for checking in, guys. I appreciate you for sure. Do me a favor, if you didn't get a chance to hit that like button on the way in, please do so on the way out. It's one of the greatest ways just you can support the channel. And if you happen to be in that 55% or so of people that are hanging out, listening to, and watching the CryptoCeej, do me a favor. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. When I'm at dash to 9,000 subs, we're almost there, killers. Almost there. So guys, do me a favor, let people know that put this link out for the live stream so they can catch the replay on X. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to end this live stream like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.